I analyzed 50 finance YouTubers, I tracked every single stock tip they gave for 2026.
S&P Global,
I ran
Amazon,
Symbotic, ServiceNow,
EOS Energy,
Palantir and CrowdStrike,
Ulta, Nike.
And I found the 14 stocks they all agree are the best buys for this year. The idea came from this comment. Maybe you should do a video to summarize the 2026 picks of all the YouTubers. I thought, cool idea, let's do it! Man, it took so long. Even with the help of AI, to watch over 200 videos takes forever. I built a massive and messy Excel tracking every best picks for 26 from everyone on my ranking list, plus everyone you guys recommended. Joseph Carlson, Tom Nash, ZipTrader, Amit, Botaination, and many others. I excluded short-term traders and focus only on the best stock picks for 2026. The standard is very high. For a stock to be included in this video, it had to be recommended by at least 4 different YouTubers during the last weeks. If a stock only got 3 votes, cut. Palantir, cut. HIMS, cut. Nike, cut. Only the most agreed stocks survived. On top of that, if a YouTuber holds a stock in his portfolio but it didn't explicitly recommend it for 2026 in a public video, it doesn't count. The result is a list of 14 stocks recommended by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even 9 different YouTubers. You find all the links of their channel in the description below, but now it's your moment to guess what's the best stocks to buy in 26 according to YouTubers. By the way, I didn't hold any of these 14 stocks until yesterday, but after seeing the results, the list is so full of great picks that I ended up buying the cheapest of them all. I will reveal what I bought at the end of this video. Now let's begin. I don't want to waste your time, so we will go fast. First up, recommended by 4 investors: Jeremy, FireUp Wealth, ZipTrader, and Joseph Hogg. Salesforce, ticker CRM. Let's hear ZipTrader.
Cost discipline has finally arrived, the era of cost discipline. You have AI monetization without customer acquisition costs. You have $12.9 billion worth of free cash flow. This is a free cash flow machine with buybacks. And Salesforce trades at just a 5.5x forward sales multiple. This is the company that invented the cloud CRM and still dominates. And quite frankly, the stock is down 29% in the last year, while the S&P 500 ripped higher. This stock is a great deal.
Good points. Salesforce trade at 2020 levels and has a massive moat because switching CRM, it's a pain in the ass no company wants. Next up, Shift for Payments, suggested by Couch Investor, Daniel Pronk, and the Patient Investor. But let's listen to Daniel from Arrival Investing.
But given the valuation, it also wouldn't surprise me if it's up 100% plus this next year. And so this is a payments company where management's saying, we think we can deliver $1 billion of free cash flow by the end of 2027. And so $7 billion market cap versus $1 billion in annual free cash flow, even if it's, 2-3 years down the road, it wouldn't surprise me if this does quite well in the future. Once again, in full disclosure, I do own shares in Shift4.
I haven't done my due diligence on 4 yet, but I will spoiler that it's not the only payment company on the list. Next stock, suggested by ticker symbol U, Tom Nash, Best of Us Investor, and FinTech, Vertiv, ticker VRT, explaining why Tom Nash.
And as data centers grow, the TAM, the total addressable market by 2030, is expected to be somewhere in the vicinity of $70 to $90 billion per year. Currently, VRT is making about $9 billion per year. That increase in the TAM will certainly spill over into VRT being the gold standard of the industry. I'm expecting a 3 to 4x increase in the operating income of VRT in the next couple of years.
I haven't researched Vertiv either, so I will not judge what I don't know. Instead, I did make a video about the next name, also suggested by 4 investors: Couch, Asymmetric Investor, Asymmetric Investing, Travis, Professor Galloway, and my friend Arya Radnia. We are talking about Uber.
All in all, I think there's no denying that the core business is simply brilliant, independent of the AV fears. The growth profile is absolutely incredible. The valuation is absurdly cheap.
If you want to know more, check out our video. I play the skeptical part, but evidently many YouTubers like Uber for 26. Couch and Arya are also bullish on the next name. Is the last one suggested by 4 people, with Daniel Pronk and Zip Trader also recommending it. It's a company called Zeta. Let's hear Couch Investor.
Wednesday, the stock was up also 4% on no news. So 2 consecutive days that this stock has, of course, outperformed the market on no news. Maybe the market is just saying, okay, actually, we do like this name quite a lot. It is undervalued, it is cheap, so okay, we are bidding it up. But then again, could have happened with PayPal, but it didn't.
It could have happened to PayPal, but it didn't. At least PayPal made it on the list. Next year, suggested by 5 YouTubers. Couch Investor clearly stay on his spot, but also Jeremy, Everything Money, Stealth Wealth Investing, and Deep Value Hunter recommending it. Let's listen to Jeremy.
PayPal. I believe this is a 20% plus gainer in 2026. PayPal, some people are saying they're trying to become a bank, and they might. The moral of the story is PayPal's got great numbers. They should continue to put up very strong numbers. Basically, 2026 is a year that I believe a lot of these dead and forgotten stocks come back to life. That's what I believe. It's like they come out of the casket.
PayPal is trading under $60 at the time of recording, and looking at the chart, it seems like at a major support level. Next, Couch Investor, again, I mean, I love the guy, but did he suggest every single company on the market? Together with Joseph Carlson, Fire Up Wealth, Mark Russin, and Invest with Henry, they recommended Netflix. So many people wanted Joseph included. Let's hear his take.
But when I look at Netflix and the bull case of it, it's remained largely the same for the past 3 years. The bull case really hasn't changed that much. A couple years ago, I came to the strong conclusion that Netflix has reached escape velocity with its subscriber scale. The subscriber scale is just simply unmatched. They won the game. They are not only the leader in subscribers, but this gives them a unit economic advantage that no one else can possibly compete with. As they get bigger, it's more likely that they'll continue to grow. The price per content goes down, the value proposition goes up. It makes other streamers' services, by contrast, more expensive in relation to Netflix. So I hold a huge stake in this company already, but I continue to be excited about it in 2026. And I've actually recently bought more Netflix over just the past couple of months.
I'm tempted by Netflix too, but I'm super greedy, so let's hope it goes even lower before I buy. Next up, we find a magnificent 7 stock, actually the biggest of them all, Nvidia. Suggested by Chris Sain, Jerry Romine, ticker symbol U, Best of Us Investors, and the Bow Tie Nation. Let's hear his bull case.
It is still going to be the lion's share of this market. I think Nvidia needs to be on your list of stocks to buy if it isn't already in your portfolio.
I don't know, if you want to buy the largest company in the world in 26, then it's Nvidia, but I'm a contrarian, so personally I'm looking for something else. We enter the next year. This company was selected by 6 YouTubers: Jeremy, Couch, Parkev, ticker symbol U, Stealth, and Mark Russin. Another magnificent 7 stock, Meta. I selected a clip from Stealth Wealth Investing.
Meta's a great company. Even if you don't like Zuck, I like the company itself and the way that he runs the company. And to say he's not a good CEO is just simply ignoring facts. So that is proven in their earnings themselves. So we see it get below that $600 mark. I'll definitely be adding a lot more Meta to my portfolio.
I like Meta better than Nvidia. At least it has the lowest PE among the Mag 7, but honestly, I like the next company even more. Part of the 7 vote tier, Brian Stoffel, Couch, Daniel Pronk, Patient Investor, Fire Up Wealth, Mark again, and Sven Carlin, they all recommended Mercado Libre, ticker MELI. Let's hear from someone that have an open position, Daniel Pronk.
I actually think that Mercado Libre is going to be Latin America's first trillion-dollar business, and it's one that I see myself holding for a very long time. It is simply a phenomenal company with such a long runway for future growth, and I think that the price today is not reflecting that at all. So Mercado Libre is one of the most attractive stocks, in my opinion, at the beginning of 2026.
If you want exposure to South America in your portfolio, Mercado Libre is clearly what YouTubers are recommending. Next up, Jeremy, Everything Money, Brian Stoffel, Parkev, Patient Investor, Zip Trader, and the most bullish of them all, he could bet his mother house on this stock, Arya Rednya. They are all suggesting Adobe.
The point is, the stock is stupidly undervalued. No matter what you really do with the assumptions, even if we go the most stupid disaster scenario, the company grows at 4% revenues, you still end up outperforming the market over the next 3 years. If you do a moderate scenario, you end up doing like 20-25% CAGR. If we do a slightly more bullish, in my opinion, realistic scenario of a little bit faster revenue growth with a significantly higher multiple, you're looking at 30-40% CAGR. This is close to $1,000 stock.
Adobe is very close to my entry price, so I'm following carefully, but now we are arrived at the top 3. The most suggested stock for 2026, 2 of them are Magnificent 7. Can you guess? Nvidia and Meta are already gone, so Apple, Google, Tesla, Amazon and Microsoft, what do you think? Let's start with this one. Joseph Carlson, Jerry Romine, ticker symbol U, Stealth, Mark, Prof G, Asymmetric Investing, Wall Street, Look Like Us, they all nominated Alphabet. Let's hear Joseph Carlson again.
With the continued storylines of YouTube, Waymo, Gemini, Google Cloud with their TPUs, and their advanced searches, Google's story is only halfway over. If anything, it's even less than halfway over. It's like a quarter to a third of the way over. We see a company here that still has a great story ahead. And that's the reason that I refuse to sell it, especially at a high 20s PE ratio. Google's more expensive than it has been relative to the past year, but it's still not that expensive given the situation and the dominance that it's shown. And it's only a matter of time. Google will continue to grow bigger and bigger.
I just sold Google with great returns, but with all this social push, maybe that wasn't a great choice. Next, we have a much smaller company, so it's remarkable that it was recommended as much as Google, suggested by Couch, Chris Sane, Stealth, Mark, Invest with Henry, FinTech, and there are also channels almost completely dedicated to this company, like Stock Goat and Future Investing. We are talking about SoFi.
The new Fed governor that's coming in May, all going to help with their originations on their loans, right? If they can end up selling those loans faster, loan platform business would end up spiking. This would end up allowing them to have more money to put into marketing to attract more users, to then go out and, find new products like level 1 options and crypto trading to give more financial services products to members. And it's all one amazing flywheel that we've been betting on, at least for me, since 2021, 2022. And hopefully we get S&P 500 inclusion. It would just be that cherry on top that we would all like as shareholders.
I really feel like there is almost a cult following for SoFi. Personally, I don't love it, but I really hope it goes to $100 for anyone that's long. To close out our list of 14, Couch, Stealth and Mark stay. The only company that was recommended by 9 YouTubers, with also Parkev, Joseph Carlson, Joseph Hogg, Prof G, Amit and Wall Street Look Like Us, they all recommended Amazon. I like Scott Galloway's take on this one.
And I think Amazon's acquisition in Kiva was genius. And the fact that Amazon has 1 million operational industrial robots versus the rest of the nation of 400,000, and their prediction that they can double their retail revenue by 2033 or 32 without any increase in employees just says to me that is going to register margin expansion. In sum, just as Alphabet looked cheap to me last year, or reasonable, I should say, not cheap, Amazon doesn't look cheap, but it looks reasonable.
I agree with Prof G on Amazon. I don't think it's compelling like Google last year, but robotic Amazon is coming. This concludes the list of the 14 most recommended stocks for 2026. So, which stock did I buy? I like a lot of them. Amazon is my best Mag 7. Netflix I really wanted, so I'm jinxing it to go even lower. Vertiv and Zeta looks interesting, but I haven't researched them enough. I ended up buying the cheapest of them all, PayPal. I made a video on it a couple of months ago. Since then, PayPal is down another 20%. Yes, the moat is deteriorating. Yes, it's risky. I won't hold it for a decade, but under $60, for me, it's a buy. Not financial advice, I'm just sharing what I am doing with my money, but I entered right here at $57.20. Adobe is another company I was very close to buy, but I want it even lower because I found a red flag. If you're interested, check out this video right here. Let me know which of these 14 stocks is in your portfolio. Thank you for watching. Peace out.